Dear students, in this video we are going to see very important topic and a very interesting topic, that is chance and probability, in chapter 3 data handling part 4. These words often come up in our daily life. We often say there is no chance of it raining today, and also say things like it is quite probable that India will win the World Cup. Consider the statements. The sun coming up from the west. Is it possible? No, it is impossible. So it is impossible event. An ant growing to 3 meter high. Is it possible? No, it is also impossible event. If you take a cube of larger volume, its side will also be larger. Yes, it is possible. If you take a circle with larger area, then its radius will also be larger. Is it possible? Yes, it is also possible. India winning the next test series. Is it possible? Yes, 50-50 chance. There is 50-50 chance. Clear, India may win or may not win. This is uncertainty. This is uncertainty. Okay. If you toss a coin, can you always correctly predict what you will get? Try tossing a coin and predicting the outcome each time. So in the table below, observations generated in 20 tosses by Susila and Salma. Here H represent head and T represent tail. You see, they are tossing their trials. Numbers means number of trials. Okay. So first trial, head, outcome is head. Second trial, outcome is tail. Third trial, outcome is tail. Fourth trial, outcome is head. Fifth trial, outcome is tail. Like this, 15 trials recorded. The next one, Salma tossing the coin. In the 16th trial, outcome tail. 17th trial, outcome tail. 18th trial, outcome head. Like this, recorded. You will find that the observations show no clear pattern. So what does this data tell you? Can you find a predictable pattern for head and tail? No. Clearly there is no fixed pattern occurrence of head and tail. So now we will see some more examples in our day-to-day life. There are so many situations when we say that this is impossible, or this is possible, or this may or may not possible. So the situations which may or may not happen have the chance to happen. You see the pictures. The first one, rolling a dice, that is throwing a dice. In throwing a dice, you are getting 14. So this shows that it is not possible to throw 14 in the combination of two dice. You come to second picture, head. So while tossing a coin, head occurs. It may or may not happen that a head has come when we flip a coin, as both head and tail have equal chance. That is uncertainty. Now come to what? Third picture. It is certain that sun will rise. So it is happening thing. it is happening thing. Understand, children? Now we will see probability. What is probability? Probability is the study of uncertainty. The uncertainty of any doubtful situation is measured by means of probability. This tells us the chance of happening some outcomes from the total possible outcomes. This tells us the chance of happening some outcomes from the total possible outcomes. So, how to remember probability of an event is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. Now we will see some examples. First one, if you throw a die, then what is the probability of that we will get 5? You see the diagram. When throwing a die, you are getting 5. Here, what are the possible outcomes? The possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 you may get, or 2 may get, or 3 may get, or 5 or 6, like that. So here total number of possible outcomes equal to 6. So total 6 numbers are there on the die. So what is the favorable outcome? Getting 5. There is only one possibility of getting 5. So the favorable outcome equal to 1. Therefore, probability of getting 5 is equal to number of favorable outcome is 1 divided by total number of possible outcome is 6. Therefore, 1 by 6. Now we will see second example. What is the probability of getting a head when tossing a coin? You see the picture, you have tail and head. So here total possible outcomes 2, that is head and tail. Now favorable outcome, that is only 1, that is head. So here number of favorable outcome is 1 only. Therefore probability of getting a head 1 by 2. Okay, that is number of favorable outcome is 1 divided by number of possible outcome is 2. Therefore 1 by 2. Now third example. What is the probability of getting an odd number when throwing a die? So you know very well number of possible outcomes 6 when throwing a die. Here favorable outcomes are what? Odd number means 1 you may get, or 3 you may get, or 5 you may get. Okay, for getting a odd number, what is the probability? That we are going to find out. Therefore, here number of favorable outcomes 3. Therefore, probability of getting an odd number, that is number of favorable outcome, that is 3 divided by total number of possible, that is 6. Therefore, 1 by 2. We also know from experience that for a coin, head or tail is equally likely to be obtained. So we say that probability of getting head or tail is equal, and that is 1 by 2 for each. You come to die. For a die, possibility of getting either of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 is equal. So that is for a die, there are 6 equally likely possible outcomes. We say each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has 1/6, that is 1 by 6 probability. So here probability of getting 2 is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 3 is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 5 is 1 by 6. Probability of getting 6 is 1 by 6. That is equally likely possible outcomes. Okay. So it may perhaps be obvious that events that have many possibilities can have probability between 0 and 1. So this is very important. Always the probability value between 0 and 1. So those which have no chance of happening, the probability is 0. And those that are bound to happen have probability is 1. Here the probability of impossible event is 0. That is no chance of happening. So the probability is 0. And probability of sure event, that is definitely it is happening. Okay, the probability is 1. For example, in a bag you have 100 apples. In a bag, 100 apples. So you are randomly drawing a one apple. So what is the probability? So if you draw one apple, means definitely will get apple only, because in a bag you have full of apple. So definitely will get one apple. So here the probability is what? 1. Total 100 apple, you are getting what? One apple. So fully you have apple. That is surely it will happen. So the probability is what? 1. So you have full of apple in your bag. 100 apples you have in your bag. But you are drawing one orange. Is it possible? No. Because bag full of apple, how we will get what? Orange. Here the probability of getting orange is 0. That is impossible event. Clear? Now we will see some exercise problem. Exercise 3.4. Second problem. There are 6 marbles in a box with numbers from 1 to 6 marked on each of them. First one. What is the probability of drawing a marble with number 2? So there are 6 marbles in the box with numbers from 1 to 6 are marked. That is given. So here possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of possible outcomes 6. What is the number of favorable outcome? 1. To getting what? 2, that is favorable outcome is 1. Therefore required probability equal to 1 by 6. That is number of favorable outcome divided by number of possible outcomes. That is 1 by 6. Second one, what is the probability of drawing a marble with number 5? So there are 6 marbles in the box with numbers from 1 to 6 are marked. That is given. So possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here number of possible outcome is 6. Number of favorable outcome 1, because you are drawing a marble with number 5. That is only one chance. So that is 1. So number of favorable outcome equal to 1. So required probability is number of favorable outcome, that is 1, divided by number of possible outcomes, that is 6. Therefore 1 by 6. Okay. So now we will see third problem. A coin is flipped to decide which team starts the game. What is the probability that your team will start? A coin has two faces. One is head and the other one is tail. So here possible outcomes are head and tail. So number of possible outcome is 2. Now one team can choose either head or tail. So number of favorable outcome 1. Therefore required probability equal to number of favorable outcome, that is 1, divided by number of possible outcome, that is 2. So that is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Clear, children? So same type of problem I will give it as homework. You do the homework for better practice.